Now before we get into anything, I just want to read you the definition of Kung Fu from Wikipedia. Kung Fu can refer to any discipline or skill achieved through hard work and practice, not necessarily martial arts. Now I want you to keep that definition in mind while we watch video evidence of these god among men going as far as they could within the limits of Kung Fu, in a truly master-crafted video with a title made by a wordsmith. China, say bye-bye babies. Hello, man with the iron crotch. Kung Fu Pro shows ball-breaking stamina. Alright, I'm not going to hold anybody back from watching this video anymore. Let's take a giant swan dive into it. These men don't mess around. They're making us jump in full throttle on impact, watching them beat their meat on a public street. And I couldn't help but notice the 10 people behind them watching and applauding, especially the dude dressed as Moltres on the right side. And also the dude standing in the middle in beige. He just looks so satisfied with what he's watching. Okay, there's not much to say about this scene, only that we could see the face of a man who willingly got his nuts busted in front of an audience. And just fair warning, in the next scene you're going to be watching this hero blast his own sack by himself. Okay, that's not too bad, right? I mean, everybody busts a move once in a while, pulls a Michael Jackson and hits themselves in the nuts really hard sometimes. But I just want you to pay attention to what he picks up and uses in the next clip. It was at this moment I had a whole new respect for Kung Fu. I had always thought it was that wimp shit, punching and kicking, beating your opponent to a pulp. But now I'm about to witness why Kung Fu masters are the only ones allowed in the salty spittoon. Just a reminder that you watched 12 seconds of a man beating his meat right off his body while Kim Jong-un plays with a propane tank in the background. And here's where the game would ask you if you have any more side missions to do, because this is the point of no return. What you're about to witness may just convince you to start practicing Kung Fu here and now, because these prodigies are about to adopt medieval siege tactics. Yeah, no, your eyes aren't mistaken. They just whipped out the Dick Dominator, the Cock Crusher, the Meat Beat Battering Ram. And they're not about to hold back. They're one-upping their previous magic act by making their nuts disappear into their body permanently. We were fortunate enough to get 2 different angles of Moltres getting hammered. I'm glad they gave that second angle too, because you could see they're really putting heft into that battering ram. You can hear the impact on his nuts and see him get pushed back from the sheer penis power he's displaying. This is probably my favorite part in this performance these men are giving. There's so much to unpack. It's like a bad 3-line poem in a mediocre AP high school English class. They're being watched happily by these fashionable men in the background, in the middle of a nicely structured plaza. I mean, 2 of them are in Kung Fu clothes, and the old dude on the right looks like he was picked off the side of the street to add some audience interaction. And to top it off, they have a nice little offbeat rhythm going. This was a perfect way of wrapping it up in my opinion. A nice sausage beating fest with the homies in a line. But it really does look like they picked random people off the street to take out their inner frustrations on these dudes' testicles. And as the finale, you can see the ritual dance to coerce the testes into coming out of hibernation again. It's a quite complex dance since this particular master's nuts are trained to anticipate a beating, so they hide as long as need be when a threat arises. But yeah, I really like this video, and quite frankly, it's making me consider doing Kung Fu for the sole purpose that I'd get my nuts busted. But yeah, peace.